Welcome to the Minor Student Athlete Feature. We have Michael Ward from the baseball team joining us. And Mike, how are things going with the team right now and your own preparations for the season in the spring?
It's going good. I think we're scheduled for about a 40-game schedule for the spring. We're doing everything we can to get ready for it, and yeah.
And right now you're in the middle of your Fall World Series and all that. You played 2 games already at the time we're speaking here. You have 1 more game to play. Kind of what you've seen this weekend, with the team so far and how teams have played, throughout this, series thus far.
So I think the energy level between both teams have been phenomenal. Just being able to be out there and compete every day, and most teams in the GLVC right now, some of them are shut down; they can't get out there. I think it's really good to see everyone get out there and show them what they're made of and be able to compete. Like I said.
And I'm sure, for a lot of these guys too, including yourself, really not getting much opportunity to really play, for the better part of probably 7 to 8 months. You're getting on the field, getting to play a little bit. I'm sure there's a lot of, excitement just getting on the field and playing ball right now.
Yeah.
Now, kind of what you've seen in the fall thus far, from the time you guys started practice to right now. What have you? How do you feel about things with the ball club right now?
So we got a lot of young talent on the team this year. We got a lot of roles to fill from last year. Unfortunately, we had a lot of guys, get their season ended due to COVID last season. So, especially for these new freshmen coming in, their senior seasons got, canceled as well. And they're just as excited to get out on the ball diamond and fill those positions. Now,
before you came to Missouri S&T, you played at St. Charles Community College, and you had a solid second year, up there at school. First of all, what made you decide to go play junior college ball first?
I did the A+ program in high school, and I thought that was the best route for me. I didn't necessarily know that I wanted to do engineering at first, so I took the junior college route, and I decided to play ball there, and it led me to decide to come to Missouri S&T afterwards.
And play close to home at least for a couple years and all that, and then decided to come here. Now, what did you feel was the biggest adjustment you had to make going from playing at St. Charles to playing in the Great Lakes Valley Conference?
Honestly, I think it's the pitching, the competition on the mound. Pitchers in the GLVC compared to junior college. I mean, both you see both great pitching staffs, in the junior college level and GLVC. But I think that the biggest, obviously, is the pitching. Being able to adjust the new pitching and new arms. Some guys that have been playing the GLVC for 4 years. Those 2 years ahead of me, I got to see what talent's out there, and kind of have like a little bit of a scouting report, ahead of time.
Would you say it's a little more refined maybe when you get to this level and all that? As opposed to a little raw at the junior college level and still trying to maybe, learn some things along the way.
Every pitch is a competition. Every at bat is, keeps you locked in.
Now, in your case, when our season did get halted back in March and all that, what did you do, to kind of stay with things, baseball-wise, during the pandemic and all that in the spring and summer?
It was hard. After, working so hard in the fall season to get ready for the spring, it was hard to get right back into it at first. Go home, make sure everyone's safe, all your loved ones, everything going on. But at the end of the day, being able to be outside, stay away, stay out of indoors, and it helped a lot. It got me to get outside and hit some baseballs around, take some ground balls.
But even that was kind of limited activity at that because St. Louis County shut down, so you couldn't really have a summer league in the county itself, and kind of the same way in St. Charles County too. Really not be able to really have any summer leagues to play in during this year. So I'm sure a little with the competitive levels, you were kind of itching to get back on the field and playing against some other people.
Of course.
Now, going back again to to March, obviously you could be disappointed when things did come to a halt last March. And really, as a team, we were starting to kind of come around at that point in time. We won 6 of our last 7 games, before the season got stopped and all that. Kind of, what was your mindset and maybe the rest of the team's mindset at the time when everything kind of came to a sudden halt?
Going in, I remember exactly where I was. I was right there on the bus getting ready to go down to Louisville and play Bellarmine in the GLVC conference game. And, we were just full steam ahead. We weren't looking any other direction at that point. We were just trying to take care of business that weekend. But when we got told that everything got shut down, it was tough. All those seniors, everything, all those relationships you built, and just for it to come to a sudden halt like that, that was tough to wrap your head around at the time.
And really, initially, we were just postponed for a period of time, maybe for a couple of weeks and all that. But then the whole thing, just got shut down entirely. About 10 days later after that first decision was made. So it was almost like twice you got disappointed in the spring.
Yeah.
Now, you play first base, your primary position right now, defensively and all that. But you played a lot of other positions, playing baseball throughout the years, all back to your high school days, and even indicated you played even as a pitcher and a catcher at one point in time. What eventually led you to kind of settle in as a first baseman?
I came into college playing third base, and I came to Rolla, and Coach assesses everyone at their individual position, and he wants to win no matter what it takes. And he saw me as a perfect fit at first base, and I'll take that as my role to help our team win.
Now, how was pitching for you when you were on the hill at one time?
I loved pitching, actually. My high school coach was Matt McClellan, Kyle McClellan's brother, and he knew a lot about pitching, and thought that was really cool. And I learned a lot from him, and I love pitching, but I love to hit as well, and that's part of the game that I cherish the most.
Now, granted, you did your pitching basically in high school and all that. How much did that help you as a hitter? Kind of being on the other side and all that, kind of knowing what might come to you at that point in time.
It totally helps. Knowing what's coming really helps sometimes, and being able to put yourself in a pitcher's shoes, trying to pick the best pitch to get them off balance, anything like that, really helps. So yeah.
Now, after you spent your 2 years in St. Charles Community College, you came here. What made you decide to come here?
So at first, once I figured out I wanted to do engineering, I needed to evaluate, where I could potentially play baseball and have a great education. And Missouri S&T was the best fit for that. And so I reached out to Coach Reed, and I'm lucky enough he gave me an opportunity to come and walk onto the team. So I came to Missouri S&T, and I took a hold of that opportunity, and here I am today.
And you're majoring in mechanical engineering. You said you're going to engineering, mechanical is the direction you're going. What was the reason you decided to do that?
So I have my sister is a mechanical engineer, and we have a lot of similarities. And grew up loved math and science, and I was trying to put my skills and abilities to the classroom, and I thought that was the best fit. Engineering was the way to go. I'm a critical thinker. I thought it was a great path for me, and so there I went.
Now, your sister says an engineer herself. What does she do?
So she's a mechanical engineer at Intelligrated at Honeywell. So she works up in St. Louis, and yeah, so she's been doing that for about 4 years. So she's been working under Honeywell for, like I said, 4.5 years now, going on 5, and she loves it.
And now, when you graduate, what kind of thing do you want to do?
I think I want to go back up to St. Louis, really, settle in with my family for a couple more years, and I'm not sure yet exactly. I'm hoping for opportunities to present themselves. This career fair just passed, but obviously a lot of things are hectic until the new year. So I'm ready to hear back from some companies, and we'll go from there.
Now, you're your 4th year or 5th year of college actually right now. Do you plan to graduate this spring, or what is your graduation schedule right now?
I do plan on graduating this spring, 2020.
So career fair coming up here next, spring and all that. Have a chance to hopefully land something there.
Yep, exactly.
Well, Mike, thank you for your time this afternoon, and good luck on the coming season.
Thank you.